How did I get started? I started drawing and sketching on the walls of my parents' bedroom when I was little. This goes back to like elementary school. Once I got older, this goes from high school to about like 2012. I lost my dad, and from there I really started taking art serious. You know, I would hear my parents and family members say, you should really take art serious, or you should really try to pursue your passion. And I would kind of put it on the shelf and not really get into it. But once I lost my dad, right after that I lost my job, and I didn't have anything to do. So I was like, well, let me see what's up with painting. And I went to Michael's. I bought some canvases and some paint, and I didn't have any paint brushes because they were too expensive at the time. And so I started painting with a butter knife. I did my first painting ever with a butter knife, and I applied for Raw Artists Atlanta, which is an organization that promotes underground artists. I submitted my work and they loved it. From there I won Director Artist of the Year 2 years back to back, and that pretty much like put me where I wanted to be as an artist. Just recently, I would say I started a new movement, an art movement. It's called FATL. Sometimes it's hard to explain, but Free Art Friday Atlanta. It basically brings in Dat Boy Dave, which is a character I created about 2 years ago, just for fun at the moment. But this year, he actually started to grow pretty big and pretty fast. So what I do is I create a small piece of canvas and I drop it around the city, and then from there you can either hashtag FATL, or if you're already following at official Dat Boy Dave, you'll see the post. Go follow the post, watch the link, and then it'll show you a hint of where he is. You find it, you pick it up, you get to keep it. Something small, just to give back to the community and also brand myself as an artist. It's definitely been kind of hard doing the art shows that I've done. Just to name a few: Wet Paint ATL, Cinco Day ATL. I've done the Trap House Atlanta. That's been a dope art show, but it's been a process, and so like it's kind of hard to get your name out, which is where Treehouse ATL comes in. Because I mean, this interview, just speaking on this in general, this is a big help, you know, to really push my artwork, push the brand, support the local artists without asking for a kickback. I've had a couple of people reach out to me, you know, and they're like, well, we really want to feature on our page, but we're gonna ask for like $75 just to be featured, you know. So when Treehouse ATL reached out, it was a big deal. Like I'm super excited and very humble. Paint parties. It all started on my grandmother's 72nd birthday party. We wanted to do something different as a family, and so my mom had the idea to get some canvases and do like a paint and sip. So we did that, and while we were doing it, my uncle was recording, and so he's recording, he's on Facebook Live, and as he's recording it, like all of his friends were chiming in to set up their own paint party. He's kind of plugged into like the celebrity scene or whatnot, and so from there it kind of took off. I did my first one with this lady named Erica Williams. She's really big in the Stonecrest community. So she's tied into like all the councilmen, and that was my first big party. It was like a party of 50 people. So this is the studio. This is where I create. This is where everything goes down. To touch on a couple of pieces from left to right, this is Dat Boy Dave, the official robot that I was talking about earlier in the interview. Like, he's taking me to new heights, not just like brand and marketing wise, but just as a person growing with this robot, because he's kind of what everybody wants to say, but they won't. And so like just really tuning into his character has been a plus for me as a person. This piece right here, well, this whole series actually, it's called School Days. It's a piece that I did that goes back to like elementary school, middle school, and high school. Different things that touched me as a person and really made me stick with art. And then stuff that like I had to get away from. So like this piece right here, it's basically this one strip. It says, "You're gonna be just like your daddy." I had a lot of people say that to me when I was younger, and like art was my way out to kind of prove them wrong. So this was like middle school wise. This piece right here, my favorite character, Goku from Dragon Ball Z. I had to put him in there. This is like elementary school. And then this piece right here is like high school, to where I had a lot of people just tell me, you know, you're not gonna be anything, or if you're really not going anywhere. What are you trying to do with your life? It's high school. You should be trying to prep and plan. And a lot of those things really pushed me to really go deep into my art. You know what I'm saying? Just to get away from reality and the things that were around me. This piece right here is my first piece I ever painted, and it's called Blow. I painted this with a butter knife. The creative process behind this, I kind of just took some colors, to be honest. I took black, pink, and red, and I poured it all on the canvas. And then I just started mixing it with the butter knife. And after a while, this red part started to look like some lips. And so I kind of just formed it and shaped it until I got it to where I wanted it to. And then this blast of white right here is kind of like a lipstick, the abstract version of a lipstick. And I really love this piece, so I'm gonna stick and hold on to this one. This one next to it is my second piece, and it's called Surrender, which is a picture of Jesus. And it's a mixed media piece. It's canvas and newspaper. And so again, I just started with colors in the background, green, blue, black, and white. And after a while, the colors started like mixing together, and the black outline had the shape of a face. And so I was like, well, cool, I'll just make it Jesus. And at the time, I think I want to say I was listening to Lecrae. Back then, I was listening to a lot of gospel music, really into my Bible and stuff like that. And just being in that atmosphere kind of brought this piece to life. So that's real sentimental to me. And I'm going to hang on to those for sure. You can find me again on Instagram at Born Artist Official, BORN Artist Official. You can follow Dave at Official Dat Boy Dave. And then I just want to give a big thank you to Treehouse ATL again for being, you know what I'm saying, that backbone and that support, you know, for underground artists, because it is hard and a lot of people don't get to see that behind the scenes stuff that goes on, you know, with art shows and vendor fees and paying for supplies, and then still trying to market and promote yourself when everybody's reaching their hand out. So big thank you to Treehouse ATL for, you know, giving me the opportunity to speak on their platform.